This is a documentary documenting my granddad's life and what a life it was. His name is John Shannon. He was born in Dovecot but grew up on Scotland Road and had many stories that he'd like to share with us. Stories that made us laugh, as he would always reminisce about his childhood and share memories that he had from back then. Just after the war, he became a tank gunner while doing the National Service, which is for 3 years, and this played a major part in his life. It was always something that he was proud to talk about and loved to share it with us all. And there was a lot of us. He had 2 sons and 3 daughters, and then 12 grandchildren, so we did have quite a large family to say the least.
I was born in number 12 on a top floor flat because Auntie Lizzie used to have the middle floor and Auntie Rosie used to have the bottom floor.
Yeah.
So there was like my dad and his 2 sisters shared the same house.
The army moved in with
Rosie. Yeah, I think my mum used to live facing her.
That's how they met.
And so Mum was riding up and down on the bike, wasn't she?
I think she was about 15 or 16, wasn't she, or something like that. My dad must have just come out the army, come back from Germany. And he went to live.
How long did you do in the army? 3 years, wasn't it?
2 years, I think, was National Service them days in the 50s.
That's right.
He was in the Royal Tank Regiment. 6th Royal Tank Regiment.
Which we heard a lot about, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I know, as I say, he
He was
came
the
out
gunner
there.
in the tank regiment. 14, 15
So it must have
years.
been 20 years in
20,
Belvale.
yeah. Yeah, I think Ashley was 7 when they left Belvale.
So he was still in Belvale in 94. So it must have been about 95, 96 when they moved out. So it must have been 20 years, wasn't it?
Well, they must have been happy settled for say that long.
It occurred to me, the place that they settled down was the first house they ever had in Liverpool.
Yeah, I was going to say that's something
Well,
to
that's
do
right,
with the
because it
house.
must have been.
It's the first
It's
house
the
they ever
family
had in
house,
Liverpool.
Yeah.
maybe that's why they...
I remember they moved
Never
in.
had a house in Liverpool before that.
Yeah.
That was the one they settled down. So I think that's what they were trying to achieve all that time.
All the time, yeah.
If they'd have got a house in Liverpool when I was a kid, we'd probably lived with settled.
Yeah.
But I think they were always trying to find that, and they never found it until they got to Belvale.
When age was he when he started losing his sight?
It's about my early 50s.
Was he?
It was when we were in Belvale. When his eyesight started deteriorating, wasn't it?
That's where he went for the rehabilitation because he was arranged.
So no, he must have been younger than that. He must have been in his mid-40s.
I think he was mid-40s
Mid-40s.
because I thought he was around about. I thought it was 42.
Yeah, possibly.
Around 42 he started losing his eyesight.
Yeah. But I think sometimes as well, I remember it was hard to, he managed brilliant, didn't he? You know,
Yeah, he never ever moaned about it, he never struggled through it.
But he didn't, my dad did. You know, he always took everything in his stride.
Right, yeah.
It was weird because when he did drive the tank in the army, he had perfect eyesight, didn't he?
Oh, he always said he had 20/20 vision or
20/20
something. That was
vision.
one of his pride and joy things. I visualise my dad now. I always have the same picture. Standing in the doorway, leaning on a door frame with a blue shirt on, rolled up, with the sleeves rolled up.
Arms folded.
No, well, I did that over the cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that's the picture I have in my... If I think of my dad, that's the picture I have in my
I
mind.
made every cup of tea when every mom went. Right in the kitchen there.
Oh, just standing in the door, or humming a tune, that same tune.
Exactly the same on that photograph.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
filled in the cup of tea in his hand.
And that's when he was about 20 odd. And I'm thinking when he was 80 odd, he still stood in the doorway with the same colour shirt with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah.
A cup of tea in his hand.
He used to come with a little bag of shopping and he'd walk all the way home again.
Yeah. As long as he had 10 cigarettes in his pocket.
Next time I made him something to eat because I knew he was going to put a pie in the oven. I think we were married for 3 months. And he gives him the bag with ice inside it. But he's trying to eat round it so he didn't have to, and then I realised it's
frozen pie. And there was Sweepy, remember Sweepy? He loved that dog, didn't he?
He was trim Sweepy's fair. I don't know how he done that. His bad eyesight.
He was called the dog's fairy, couldn't he?
Because we were standing there and the poor dog would be shaking.
He used to shake.
It wasn't the dart, it was when it was getting trimmed underneath.
How would he get that?
He'd back and trim.
Oh, sweetie.
Johnny treatments.
The dog wasn't on this man can't see. He's got a bit of
Nearly got castrated a couple of times.
Just as well we did get him the lines up, isn't it?
I was just trying to think how strange it was where he got the illness, and it was just so quick and gone and done and dusted, wasn't it?
Yesterday gone tomorrow sort of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we got the chance to say ta-ra to him, which was the good thing, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't just like taken away there and
Didn't
then.
know me, you know. Didn't have a clue where I was.
I think what it was, you had to go in and say, hi, Dad's Carol.
Nobody even
You never did. You
I
never
did. I was sitting on the bed with him at dinner. And he'd look at me and
you
give
didn't
him
know he
face.
was, unless
And
you
he'd
said
camel
no.
it to my ciggy one day, and I'm sitting in the corner. I've been there all day today. And he went, sure, it's if we smoke. I went, yeah, she smokes as well. Okay.
I think the last things he said to me, he always went back to talking about the war. When he was in the army and I was sitting on the bed.
And he put the sheets over his head because he won't keep getting in.
My mum was talking, so we went like that, like, shut up, put the sheets over his head. But the funniest thing was, he could see light, couldn't he? And one night he was lying there and he has a little bit of his eyes were sore. So I said to him, yeah, well, why don't you just put this hanky over your eyes, you know, like to give you a little bit of darkness. So he was lying there and the next minute he just went, help!
Oh, yeah.
Sat up and went, help! And I went, what's the matter? He went, I'm blind! I went, Dad, you've got a hanky over your eyes. So I took, he went, oh yeah.
Brian was absolutely broken off because he begged Brian, didn't he? Because he knew Brian had Carol to have. So we took my mum and we got him out the way so we couldn't. Because Brian was obsessed as well because he said, Mum, I'm putting him in the garden, take him out. But we didn't know how sick he was then. We knew it was the steroids that were making him like that, but we didn't know. Because we didn't find out till following Monday, wasn't it?
We knew it was a tumour, but we didn't know how far. We were told on the Friday it was a tumour.
But then...
Well, it was a shadow.
Yeah, but if
Wasn't
we'd
it?
known...
Shadow on
Waiting for the
his
scan,
X-ray.
weren't we?
If we'd known it had been terminal,
Yeah.
I'd said to Brian, put him in the condom because we don't need the door. But at the time, if we'd have gone,
You
they
don't
said
know.
they'd refused treatment. If we'd got, you know, we needed them to get back, they would have refused to treat him. So that's why we couldn't bring him home, and Brian just couldn't understand that. He was, no, just let's get him home, really upset.
It's when they did diagnose him and went to Walton Neurological. I was in there with him with the doctor and the nurse and all that, and then the doctor just looked at me and she just said that he would just enjoy what he's got left.